Riker's Iron presents.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Riker's Iron. I am Game Master Riker. Today's a very special day. I got my Kickstarter for Bones 3 in the mail. I don't have my little thing with me, but it's here. It's ready. It's full in this mega chest. It didn't come in that. I had this. I just put them all in there for dramatic purposes. So today we're going to be going through the entire Kickstarter. We're going to be going through every single mini. I'm going to be showing you them right here. I want to look at some of the things that I want to look at, especially with the Bones minis, is they have a problem with a lot of bent pieces. It's easily fixable with like really hot water and dipping it, soaking it for a bit, and then stretching, holding, cooling down. It's just really annoying to do. We're also going to be looking at the mold lines, the quality of the sculpt, the detail that's on the sculpts, because I know some of the stuff that I had bought when the Kickstarter was about to finish didn't have actual models yet. They were just drawn concept stuff. So we're going to be looking at that. There's actually an opening. We're going to be doing it based on a little bit of a schedule, if you can see that on there. So that's going to be the schedule for today. I had backed Bones 2 Kickstarter like 4 years ago. I guess it is now. I don't know how long it was. It was about 4 years ago. I had backed it for a large amount as well. Some of the minis weren't as top quality as I expected, but the medium to large minis were so good. Like they had a lot of detail. They were easy to assemble. Some of the things which I'll go over when we start unboxing. Bones has a problem with connecting. They have like plugins that it just kind of plugs in and it can sit there for you. The little grooves with the little bone joint that goes in, those are often too big for their hole, and you often have to cut them off. Like I had to cut all mine off for most of my minis. So I'm hoping they fix that with this. Let's jump right in. We're gonna start with as our little schedule here, which is nicely printed on a little receipt piece of paper. Core set and bases. Did I actually put the bases in the little thing here? I think I did. So let's jump into the core set. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm just gonna move my shit away from there. The chest, it opens. So core set, it's pretty big. It's about this big as my head, which is pretty big because my head's pretty big. So I'm just going to close this up. Yeah. The core set actually also came with this little instruction booklet. It's kind of a handy, neat little thing. I thought it's kind of cool. It goes over like cleaning your Bones minis, which everybody should be doing anyways if you're new to mini stuff. Always scrub your models before you start painting because they have like residue and shit left over on them. But they basically go through prepping, how to remove the mold lines, how to reshape the bent parts, which comes up a lot, and it's a very hard thing to do. Or I should say more annoying. What glue to use and all that stuff. They even have a little bit of a painting guide. I guess it's a painting guide, I'm not really sure. Reaper Master Series. Paint sets with a little bit of a color guide here. The sea of colors that they have. Or maybe it's better to show it on this camera. It's just like, wow, pretty big ass color sheet. It's pretty cool. A neat little I don't know what this is. Oh, this is the Best in Show diorama from ReaperCon. They have some really awesome inspirational pieces for people looking to get into bones. And one thing I love about bones is you can use them for any game that you want to use them for. I use them for Iron Kingdoms. I know people use them for D&D. They use them for Cthulhu. They use them for Pathfinder. I mean, they actually have. I mean, they obviously make official stuff for D&D and Pathfinder and stuff like that. But I adapt them and use them for whatever I want. I sometimes just paint them for fun. I know a lot of people paint them for fun. I'm kind of a dabbler when it comes to painting. I like to dabble in things. But yeah, so of course that came with this. Goes over a little bit of how to paint your little dwarf. Although I'm assuming there's a dwarf in here. There's 150 minis just in this little box, which is pretty impressive given the size. I've had a single mini come in a box like this. So here, let me cut this open and get the bags out because I'm assuming they're still in these bags here. Bag number one, folks. Bag number one. Let me just turn around here. They already look like great sculpts. When I backed this, I was worried about delays and stuff, and it wasn't. It didn't disappoint on delays, that's for sure. They had a lot of problems with shipping and fulfilling some of the orders on time. Okay. So let's go through this. I'm not really sure how to organize this, to be honest. I'm not sure which bag I opened, which will contain different little dudes. I'm always partial to the monsters. One sec, let me correct the light here. Let me just close this. It's a little too bright. Still too bright. Let me turn off this light. There we go. So that's one of the minis. It's pretty good. Doesn't have any bad mold lines or anything like that. There's a little bit of a shitty one on his face, but that's pretty sweet. Giant snake dude. For me, always the warrior and the hero models turn out kind of shitty from the Bones series, like the bent sword business. Like it looks like it's kind of poopy. But we can fix that. Detail's okay on this guy. He's not too bad. Bones 2 Kickstarter, I was really disappointed in a lot of the hero characters, especially the smaller ones, like the little halflings and shit. Like, ones this size last time were really, really crappy. But this guy's pretty good. Yeah, so that's kind of exciting. They upped their quality on the smaller guys. Last time they were like really pig-nosed and like little, like they looked really stupid. I don't know if that was actually intended or not, but little ninja dude with his little scythes or whatever they're called. I'm not really sure what those are called. So I'm not a weapon aficionado. But this guy could be really fun to paint. He has some awesome pant creases and things. I love painting like capes and pants and stuff. Dwarf man. Yeah, it's really hard to get the same detail from the Bones casting than the other ones, but so far so good. I mean, it's pretty good. It's better than Bones 2 in my opinion so far. It's a little wizard. There's always a Gandalf-looking wizard in these sets. There's always a Gandalf. Mystical. Oh, this guy looks pretty cool. Look at this. Although his scythe is kind of weirdly bent. He's like I don't know what to call that. Just like a ghosty scythe man. ghosty scythe man. I think his scythe is supposed to be up like this. Although it does look kind of cool swinging like that, but not... I think it's supposed to be like that. We're going to have a lot of heating and repairing to do. Oh, this guy's pretty cool. This guy has some really bad mold stuff on him, though. Like, I hate the ones that go along here. See that? All along the pointy bits. But those are easily fixed. I just don't like it when they're on faces and stuff, because when you go to cut them off or like sand them down, you lose some of the detail. Or sometimes end up having to cut so much that it removes it and you have to green stuff or resculpt parts. But this guy's kind of neat. I'm already getting ideas for him. Ooh, look at this thing. That's the official noise of the weird Chinese cat, dog, lion, pig. Oh my god, they got it. They have an ass. It came with an ass, ladies and gentlemen. This mini might be first to paint for myself, just so we can paint an ass on the stream. It's actually pretty good. Like, it's actually really nice. You can actually tell what all the little backpacks and the little water canteens and pouches are. Pretty sweet. Looking forward to painting that. I like painting the little animals and weird monsters and shit. Here's another little mini. It's so small I can't even get it close enough to the camera. It's a little halfling. That could be very fun to play. I think that would just look cool on the table. Like, you would compare the size. Has pet Chinese dragon. Little halfling guy. Sorry, I got a little excited there. Sexy rogue looking girl. Almost has a Tinkerbell kind of thing going. Bent sword as usual. But so far so good. I mean, with the exception of like the one guy with really bad mold lines so far, the first bag of this has been top notch. Boop. Boop. Oh, she has two swords. I didn't even see that. She has a second sword down there in the bottom. It's a little bit of a lost detail on the inside the cape, but easily remedied. A few cuts with your magical knife. Oh, this guy's awesome. Look at this guy. This guy's pretty sweet. His sword's actually straight, which is nice. He's got some weird gaps in here, though. I mean, granted it's his cape going down, but it still looks weird. It kind of curves downwards. Looks like this guy was assembled after being molded. Oh, that's supposed to be there. Is it supposed to be there? No, that's not supposed to be there. I'll get that later. He's got like a weird little cross on the top of his head. I don't know if that's a mold line thing, or if that's supposed to be part of his helmet. I think it's supposed to be part of his helmet. Oh man, look at this dude. That's going to be a sweet, sweet shield to paint. I love set piece minis. I like being able to have like a battle going on and have like little stalls and little people around like that can get in the way or be used as something. You know, characters get kind of nutty and start hurling. Hysteria, which one did you have in metal? Was it this guy? He's pretty cool. Another roguish pixie girl with a kind of a almost like a halo sword. she's pretty sweet too. She doesn't really have any horrible mold lines. She doesn't have a neck, which is kind of weird, but could always cover that up with a scarf or something. Have a scarf. I like to sometimes add stuff to my minis. I don't know if you guys do that as well, but especially with bones, works very well. Oh, dwarf girl. She has a really bad mold line down her arm, but oh, I hate that when it comes along these. Few repairs to do, but nothing too big. And she's a bulky mini, so it's easier to do. It's the really spindly ones, like the those little elf girls and stuff. When they have to have repairs done, it's a pain in the ass. Warrior monk, or I just think he's a monk because he's bald, and he's got kind of like a cross going on his crotch. Bent sword again. Oh man, this cape's gonna be really sweet and put some sweet details around the edges. Oh yeah. Pretty awesome. This guy's kind of cool. I like his mask. It reminds me of Lord Zed from Power Rangers. This guy's new name's Lord Zed. And I will probably paint him up like Lord Zed, to be honest. He's got some nice detail. No, doesn't look like he's going to have any problematic mold lines, which is nice. Except for maybe down there. It's going to be annoying. But yeah, this guy's pretty cool. Digging his mask. Another spindly elf girl, but at least her sword is straight, which is nice. She's got some kind of cool details. She's got a weird, like, I guess sash kind of hanging down the side and back. I think there's supposed to be other details on here which are kind of faint, like little elven runes, but they're kind of lost in the detail there. I wish I could remember, or I should have probably looked up the names of all these minis before I started this, so I could find them on the list, and actually have a name, an actual name, not a made-up. Sometimes these stupid little things don't fit on the bases I want, and they're really chunky and they're horrible to paint, so I sometimes cut them off. Like I'll probably, maybe not this one, but some of the bigger minis, I tend to cut around them and remove them before I put them on the bases. This guy's kind of cool. I like his little standard bearer thing on the back here. Dwarven holy man cleric. It's kind of cool. I would look forward to painting his beard. It's going to be hard to get back here though underneath his little backpack, but that might be able to be pulled off and re-glued on. That's pretty cool. Digging him. Bowman McGee. What's that? His face is a little lacking in quality of detail. Like I can't even. What you're seeing is actually what's there. Oh man, this is basically an Argus from War Machine right here. The two-headed dog. I might actually use this as an Argus for Iron Kingdoms, like someone's pet Argus, because they have a thing called a Winter Argus that has 2 ice sprays that you get to use. And he's pretty cool. He has some pretty sweet detail. I really hate this stupid line that they have on here. It's like this part was separated and they glued it in. Gonna have to do green stuff and fill in the gap all the way along here. It's not the first time I've had to do something like that, but it's just with fur and stuff, it's really annoying because then you got to sculpt the fur and then make it look a little better than what it is. Oh, this guy looks sweet. His head's a little big, in my opinion, but I dig his pose. I like dynamic poses and ones that give good character. Like this guy looks like he's a cocky dickbag. You know, like you run into him and he's like on the bridge. He's like, "Hey guys, where you going?" And they're like, "Oh, we're going up to Chinook's cliff." And they're like, "No, you're not, because you got to get by me first." And then you end up fighting him, and he joins the team, and he leads you on a secret way up to Chinook Rocks or Chinook cliffs. Who knows? This guy's pretty cool though. He's got a really... No, he doesn't. That's not a mold line, sorry. Pretty cool. Oh wow, look at this guy. I dig his cape. I like the double layered cape, so you can have like a little bit of an underpaint. It's got little buttons on it. It's kind of cool. It's all billowy. This guy's kind of cool. He's like a priest, screeching out his little stuff from his book. It'd be kind of fun to write something in there, like "You shall not pass" or something. Again, I love the capes. Really love painting capes. They're fun. I know Hysteria Yard was with us painting our Iron Kingdom's mini boss. I was painting his cape. I usually save for doing the capes last, mostly because it's the last thing that I like. It's always on the back and it's the furthest away from inside. But I also like to do the most detail on them. Spend a little bit extra time doing some layering. Ninja Monk Lady. A little bit lacking detail on the face. The details are lost a little. Try to turn it to get some shadows on there, but you can kind of see it. But yeah, she's pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that one. The really only visible mold line is on her upper arm there, down this side. Oh yeah, the classic horned warrior guy with a big beard and an axe. Michael Moore says, "Yes, I painted the Clockwork Dragon, amazing mini." I didn't back Bones 2 stuff nearly as much as Bones 3. Bones 3 I dropped almost $500 American, so Canadian it's like $10,000. But that was 2 years ago now. I think it was 2015 or 14 was when I backed it. I think it was 14. Yeah, this guy's pretty sweet. Nothing much to say on this guy. Well, last one of this bag is the dog, the classic hound. The one who's a companion that will probably die on the adventure and enrage the party to seek revenge on the evil wizard and his douchey minion. Yeah, it was a lot of cash. And the only reason why I was able to get it was because I have a buddy who lives in the States. I'm going to save this bag. I don't even know what the hell this thing is, but let's semi-assemble this thing. Let's see what's up. What is this? Oh, it's like some sort of weird Japanese demon thing. It's like a little stubby arm, little giant leg thingy. It's pretty cool though. It'd be awesome to put like little Asian symbols on his leg, like tattoos, and cover like the big parts of his body, as if he has like runes. It's pretty sweet. So that's bag one, ladies and gentlemen.